Needless to say, it's a bit ironic that I'm filming this video today considering it is cold, it is windy outside up here in Canada where I live. But here's the deal. We are dealing with some more microchip shortage issues that are causing some problems for us. And that's what the bad news is in regards to today. But there might be a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. But as I've always told you, I want to keep you informed with all the GMC Sierra and Chevy Silverado news. So with that being said, let's get going. Let's just get into it. I want you to raise your hand or comment below if you are as sick as I am about this microchip shortage right now, because first and foremost, of course, the shortage is causing us a shortage of supply, a shortage of inventory. I mean, that's obviously common. You know that when you're going in to look at trucks right now, there just really isn't anything to be had. But in order to correct this, obviously General Motors has been trying, and other companies as well, to be honestly fair, have been trying to still build trucks or vehicles in general, but they've been eliminating some components to eliminate the amount of microchips needed. Now, you may already be aware of some of these, but they've added a couple more to the list today, which I really think are massive issues, especially for where I live up here in Canada right now. A couple things are eliminating from the trucks. Now, I will forewarn, or I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for, but I'll let you know ahead of time is what I'm trying to say, that these things that are missing will not be applied to the top trim levels of the Denali or the high country, but it does sound like it's going to be coming, especially to the mid trim levels and so on. But as I said at the start of the video, there may be some light to the end of this tunnel eventually. So what I want to talk about today, first of all, is let's just talk about some of the things that we already know are missing. Number one, I'm actually currently sitting in a 2021, although it wouldn't matter if it's a 2021 or 2022 limited, GMC Sierra Elevation. And inside this truck, this particular truck does not have the digital gauges for the climate control. So I know a lot of people thought they were getting rid of the actual separate climate control. That is not the case if the truck is equipped with it in this mid-trim level or higher, of course. But what you're not going to have is a digital display on either side. And you know what? I'm buying a $65,000 Canadian truck. I'm a bit bummed that I'm missing that, right? So what I'm finding is that on some of our trucks, it's hit and miss. Some of them have it and some of them don't. The one I'm driving, an RST right now, it has it in it, and it's a 2022. This one's a 2021 and it doesn't have it. But you'll still be able to see the temperature up on the screen. So it's not the end of the world. You still have the separate climate control, as I mentioned, but you're not having those gauges, which is a bit of a bummer. Now, in order to not have that, I think they're only giving you about a $50 credit or so, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. So it's nothing Canadian, by the way. So it's not a massive credit there, but they are giving you something, I guess, to compensate for that. The other thing that I'm sure a lot of you are aware is the HD radio has been eliminated from a lot of these trucks, which is a big deal for some of us as well. That is another $50 Canadian difference. As far as, a credit that they're going to give you. Another thing, of course, and I know this has been talked about a lot, but maybe you haven't heard about it, but no start-stop technology in the majority of these trucks now, which I know doesn't hurt a lot of your feelings. I know there's some of you out there who constantly drive with it off anyways, but that is another $50 credit. So again, not super massive. Now, what I've been finding in our AT4s, the AT4s, you used to be able to get the heated second row seats, right? Unfortunately, that is not in there anymore. For the majority of the AT4s that I've been seeing, I think pretty much every one of them that I've been seeing for that matter, that's a savings of $230 Canadian. And again, I know for a lot of us, I mean, actually, no, my daughter now can sit in the seat, but for the most part, I know a lot of us with kids, if they're in car seat stuff, it doesn't really matter, but eventually it will. So that's a bit of a bummer. Now, the new things, unfortunately, that they've added to this list that I've just read on some different websites is that they're now eliminating for us in Canada, heated seats and heated steering wheel on a lot of these trim levels, as I mentioned at the top of the video, different vehicles as well. But only the high country and the Denali will for sure come with those features still. But in anything below that, there's a very good chance you're not going to get heated seats or a heated steering wheel in it. And if you're in, let's say, an AT4, for example, where you can get the ventilated seats, apparently that is going to be another elimination as well. So it's a bit of a bummer. Now, what I said about the light at the end of the tunnel in regards to this is there has been talk about retrofits for some of these items. And I can tell you firsthand, they say it could range up to $500 American for a credit on some of these. And I can tell you firsthand, we have an awesome person where we are here in Sioux, Canada, where this gentleman actually adds heated seats, no problem, and adds leather. And if you have a bit of a credit to put towards that, now you've all of a sudden got your Elevation that didn't have leather with leather and the heated seats. So, and again, there might be a retrofit coming for those things as well. So, but just kind of big news. I'm curious, does that affect you? Does that affect your buying decision? I know a lot of my viewers here are from the southern states, as well as other countries, but I'm sure if you maybe live in Arizona or Florida or California, this might not be a big deal breaker to you, but anybody halfway north of the United States and all of us here in Canada, that's going to kind of be a bit of a bummer right now, I think, for us. And I just, I almost wish I don't know what the fix for that would be, whether they just don't build it at all until we have those pieces. But then, of course, I know we have some people without trucks at all, right? So anyways, that's just what I want to talk about today. I want to keep you up to speed. I know it's not the end of the world, and this will not be permanent. In fact, actually what they did say, and I want to let you know this as well, is they did say that they are going to start adding the digital gauges back on some of the new trucks they're building. So we are going to see that coming back. So there'll only be a small run of current trucks out there right now without that. And if you're in the market for a truck and you're kind of waiting, you might want to go out there and try and see if you can find one right now that does have the heated seats and heated steering wheel, before it becomes too late. Anyways, as always, thanks so much for watching. Some more awesome videos coming your way. So if you made it this far, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the new videos coming. As always, everybody, take care.